or did kind of things just get a little out of whack there?
Um, I mean, Coach he had just talked about it. It had been, I guess from the looks of it, definitely our turnovers, in the third quarter, and then O boards. I think in the third quarter also, he said that we fouled 2 3-point shooters, and that's 10 points right there. So those are the little things that we gotta tighten up, which we will during break. And come on, be better on the other side of break.
And just one more for me, for either of you, as you guys look back on this kind of first half, slow start but picked up. What kind of things do you take from the entire first half of the season, and kind of what's the mentality going into the break?
I mean, just keep competing. I feel like we're in a lot of games. We just got to figure out how to finish them out and win them. But I mean, for the most part, we got to just come back. We'll have people back from injury. That'll be an important part of it. But it's just really stay together. And I feel like we've been doing a good job with that, especially with losing. So it's like the hard part, I guess, is done with. Hope so. But yeah, just like come to work every single day, trying to get better and competing.
Tori, for you, you were in such a groove coming off the bench today. You get the start. How are you kind of approaching that, thinking about that coming in?
Yeah, I mean, me and you had talked about it before, but like my mentality is like a starter or like I'm playing 40 minutes, and I try to go into the season like that. So whenever injuries happen, anything can happen throughout the season. So if that time comes, whatever my team needs me to do, that mentality has always been there, regardless if I'm coming off the bench or if I'm starting. So for me, there was really no switch. I try to come in and do the same thing I need to do as far as whoever we're facing that day. So I try to be versatile and try to do whatever the team needs me to do in that moment.
For both of you, Tosh obviously coming in for her first game back. How do you think you guys did on her defensively, and kind of how was it facing her out there?
I mean, Tosh did what Tosh does. I don't know. She was finding her teammates, but she had 10 assists. Yeah. So yeah, Tosh was doing Tosh. Next question.
Last one for me. Tori, you had that kind of long hug with her at the end. If you're comfortable kind of sharing what that conversation was like, or what the emotion was.
I mean, like kind of to piggyback off what Mai was saying, but Tosh is who she is, and in that moment, she was being who she was, and that's a leader. I mean, we played with each other for numbers of years, and she just continuing to give me great advice and continue to big me up, telling me to continue to stay positive and continue to do what I was doing, because she peeped that I was playing well, and so she was saying, you're playing well. I see what you're doing, and good job.
Myisha, how'd the ball movement feel tonight? You guys had 5 players with 5 assists.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, no, it was moving. We were knocking down shots. That's just how we play, though. I feel like, yeah, shots were just going in until the third quarter, for. But yeah, we just moved the ball, finding an open person, not playing selfish, which we have not done this whole season. So I mean, yeah, shots were just going in, I feel like.
And throughout the game, this could be for you too, Tori, but throughout the game, you guys were ahead in the rebounding battle against a team like Phoenix that has Brittany Griner. How much of a point of emphasis was that for you guys tonight in making sure that you have that edge?
Yeah, it was a big emphasis. And I think that was kind of like the shift in the third quarter, because that was an emphasis. We see that we can't get relaxed on things like that. And rebounding, to me, is effort, boxing out, and knowing that, when they do get a rebound, they're going to be looking for spray out threes. So I think I know going into the game, it was our emphasis, and I think that's what slipped in the third quarter.
Any other in-person questions? I think that's it then. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
What kind of switched around there? Ball got a little bit sloppy. I don't know if you felt those were unforced errors or Phoenix was kind of doing something, but outside of Julie getting hot a little bit there, just kind of seemed like everything bogged down.
It did. I thought we just lost our focus, lost our composure. I don't know. We fouled 2 3-point shooters in that quarter. I think we turned the ball over in the backcourt after a rebound. We had controlled the energy and hustle plays the whole first half, and then we gave up a couple offensive boards to Natasha Mack. I thought it was their bench group that turned the energy of the game, and then their starters obviously came back in and played well. They went to their zone. I thought we've been a good zone offensive team. we have for the most part. And we threw passes right into traffic, we threw passes at people's knees. We stared at them. Thought we just lost our vision, our composure. You know, we had people maybe coming down the floor. We have people 2-on-1 on a side and we play the other way, you know, stuff like that. So disappointing because I thought we had a real chance to go get that one.
More of a big picture as you guys kind of go into the break, you know, when you look back at this first half of the season, obviously a slow start, but picked it up after that. How do you feel about the first half and kind of looking ahead, how you want to come out of the break?
Hopefully healthier. I mean, you start 0-12, it can't go much more wrong than that. But the way it didn't go wrong was we had, you know, good character in the locker room. You know, today I was frustrated. I wanted to win today because we would have had a winning record since that 0-12 start if we had won today. You know, it shows a lot about the group we have, that we dug ourselves out of that hole. We stayed together, even as we were losing more people. You know, we haven't used it as an excuse in our locker room or publicly that we've been down. But we've been down 3 starters now for a considerable amount of time on a team that already had a lot of new faces and new pieces. So, you know, you're trying to gel in camp, and then you get 2 pieces taken out very soon, and then Carly goes down, and people have stepped up and answered the bell. You know, I think we had 3 or 4 today that weren't in the league last year, and a couple other ones that had, you know, very minimal time in the league. So hopefully the break is a chance for us to get some people healthy. Most importantly, I hope the ones that are in the Olympics go play well and represent their countries well. You know, we're very proud of them, and hopefully get them back in one piece. And, you know, I think we're a team that, you know, if we can get some people back and we can get a little better, a little smarter, keep gelling a little bit, that, you know, we can be a really tough team to play against down the stretch of the season.
What can you tell us about Dee Dee? Is there an update on how she was doing after warm up?
And it was just she had a little swelling going today, and you know, you don't really want to put somebody out there on that when it's swollen. So she woke up. It was probably in some ways a little better yesterday than it was today. So we'd hoped yesterday that she'd wake up today and feel a little better than yesterday, and then we'd be good to go. But kind of went the other way. So some of it's last game before the break. You don't want to do something to make it worse. So you just didn't want to risk it.
And with Tosh, you know, kind of started slow in that first half and then almost finished with the triple double there. How do you feel like you did on her overall?
Good, and then not so good. You know, we blew a couple coverages in the second half and gave her some easy ones downhill to her right hand. And then obviously she found people. They had a couple backbreakers at the end of the clock. I think Ka hit 2 at the buzzer that I thought we had done a good job. But, you know, Tosh played well. She's going to find open teammates when they're there, whether it's bigs rolling or shooters on the perimeter. So, you know, I thought we had a decent game plan and did it well for a while, and then, you know, went off the rails.
Just one more for me. With Julie heating up in that second half, what do you think opened up for her, or what just kind of changed to let her get a couple off, you know, quickly there and finish with 5 threes?
She was willing to shoot the ball against the zone. I thought we had others that passed up too many good looks to throw it into a crowd or to you know, put it on the floor, and you can make the game a lot easier against a zone like that if you're just willing to catch and shoot.
Eric, do you mind explaining your thought process for the rotations? They were a little bit different tonight. I know we have the break coming up, but it seemed like you went through the starters very heavily throughout the game.
Yeah, I mean, without Dee Dee, last game before the break, I thought that was a group that, you know, when they're doing all that switching and zoning, we needed as much shooting on the court as we could. So that's why I don't like that.
And then also kind of a bigger picture type thing. Going into the break, maybe what are some priorities for you, whether it's with the team, yourself, to know that you have 2-3 weeks before you guys even get back in the gym? But what are things that maybe mentally or other things that you want to focus on?
I think the biggest piece is going to be kind of reintegrating the group that's been out as they progress in their rehab. You know, Carly and Slim and Kira. Obviously, we lose 3 others that come out of the group during the break. So, you know, it's a chance to get a little midseason skill development. chance to compete a little bit. Hopefully, not everybody gets out of shape too bad this first week and whatever beach they're on. But we'll get reconditioned and hopefully bond a little bit together as a group when we're back in town. So some skill stuff, some scheme stuff. Try to get back in shape and get people back in the fold that have been out for a while.
I think that's it then, Coach. Thank you.
Yep.
We'll see everyone after the Olympic break. Thank you.